Lizzo is gearing up for the release of her new album, Love in Real Life, and reflecting on her mental health journey leading up to it. In a recent appearance on the On Purpose with Shetty podcast, on April 7th, she talked about taking a gap year from music releases. "I don't feel like I've fully expressed myself in the past 2 years as I wanted to. I've been holding back and keeping to myself, but I believe it was for the best, especially with how things are these days," Lizzo shared. She mentioned that her break was meant to safeguard her well-being, but her choice was often misunderstood. "Sometimes it's unnecessary, and it can lead to situations you didn't intend to get involved in because people misinterpret your actions and run with their own narratives. When I said I was taking a gap year to protect my peace, people were confused about what that meant," she explained. The singer has already released 2 tracks from her upcoming album, Still Bad and the title track. This will be her first major release since her 2022 album, Special, which reached number 2 on the Billboard 200 and featured the 2 weeks number 1 single. About Damn Time. This album comes after a harassment lawsuit was filed against her by 3 former dancers in August 2023, accusing Lizzo and her company, Big Girl Big Touring Incorporated, of various wrongdoings. Lizzo has denied these allegations, labeling them as false claims and sensationalized stories. "Sometimes it can be unnecessary, and at other times, it can lead to situations you didn't intend to get involved in because people might misinterpret things and take them too far. I realized that when I announced I was taking a gap year to focus on my well-being, people responded with confusion, asking what that really meant." Lizzo shared how public perception has impacted her, stating, "When it was out of my control and someone else could tell a story about me that wasn't true and people believed it, it really hurt me." She continued, "What I've learned about fame is that even if it reflects who I really am, it turns into a fictional narrative that becomes a character, a brand, something that no longer feels like it belongs to me." The singer stressed the importance of authenticity, saying, "Whoever Lizzo is to the world isn't truly me. That disconnect is disheartening. The only way to address it is to keep being myself. I just need to continue being me, and eventually people will recognize the real me." Lizzo concluded, "I'm not going to stop. If anything, I'm more cautious now. I can't allow just anyone into my life who could portray me as a villain. I'm taking control of my narrative by sharing my story from my perspective, and I appreciate the chance to do that." In her first film role, Lizzo will portray Sister Rosetta Tharpe. She also opened up about her past struggles with suicidal thoughts during a comeback concert in Los Angeles last month, sharing, "I was so heartbroken by the world and so deeply hurt that I didn't want to live anymore, and I was so afraid of people that I didn't want to be seen. Eventually, I overcame that fear," she told the audience at the Wiltern Theater. Lizzo, who is open about her body transformation and health journey, recently mentioned that she prefers to call her physical changes weight release rather than weight loss. "The weight I've shed isn't just physical or fat," she mentioned during a podcast, explaining, "I've let go of so much to reach this stage, and I believe people can see that. I don't want to label anything as a loss." She continued, "I'm not feeling any loss. In fact, I've gained a lot." She shared the positive outcomes of losing weight. "I found a sense of self," she stated on Shetty's On Purpose podcast. "I've adopted a lifestyle that I truly enjoy, and I feel like I can sustain it. I've also gained a new understanding of nutrition and the science behind cardio and weight training." Despite Lizzo highlighting the renewal she feels from her fitness journey, she acknowledged that many might not grasp the language she uses. "People may not comprehend this right now, but it's the most body-positive way to describe what I'm experiencing," she explained. "I prefer not to use any negative language. I want to be very deliberate with my words," she added. "There are young people watching me, and they're interpreting what I share and applying it to their own lives, just as I did when I was younger."